the Berenstain Bears around the world. Oh, look at that. They're in. I wonder what country it is. We'll find out maybe when we start reading. She's reaching down the apple to get the apple core. And Mama's got a hold of her so she doesn't fall in the water. The bear family is visiting the Great Bear Museum. Dr. Bear shows them a globe of the earth. We live right here, he says. So there's Dr. Bear. He has his pointer pointing right up here at the United States of America. Right there where the red X is. Down here the sign says Our World. There they are. They're all at the museum. There's brother. He's thinking. There's the baby. There's sister. Look, the globe is so big of the earth that he has to have stairs to climb up on. He says we live right here. It would be fun to travel all around the world, says sister. I agree, said Dr. Bear. Just follow me. Step inside my anywhere, anyplace machine, says Dr. Bear. He pushes a button. Everything starts to spin. Look there. There's his anywhere, anyplace machine. It has a door. It has a window. Over here's the clock. On the top is the globe, the earth, right there. It's like it has all kinds of things on it, doesn't it? Oh, and there's Dr. Bear. He pushed the start button. See the big red button? Things start to spin. When things stop spinning, they are in another country. Welcome to London, England, says Dr. Bear. The tower bell is called Big Ben. It makes a lot of noise, says brother. Bing bong, says honey. She thinks it's funny. See, they're in London, England. This is called Big Ben. It's a big clock. So here they are. Right there on the map. It's London, England. If you notice in the car over here, they drive on the other side of the car. In America, we drive on this side, on the left side. They drive on the right side. There's the steering wheel. Again, Dr. Bear pushes a button. Welcome to Paris, France, he says. Look at that. Oui, oui. They're in France. There's the Eiffel Tower. There's the map right there. There's Paris. There's the map. Paris, France. France is a country. Paris is the city. This is the Eiffel Tower. It is 1,000 feet tall. You can climb to the very top. No thanks, says brother. He must not like heights. See, way at the top of the Eiffel Tower is the British flag. No, it's not the British flag. They're in France. So it's the French flag. Look, there they are, eating at the outdoor cafe. She has a croissant, just noted in France. She has her little poodle walking. Switzerland is known for its clocks, says Dr. Bear, moving on. And its mountains, says Mama. So here's the map of Switzerland. Here's for Switzerland. It's a country, a land of clocks. You see the clock? Yeah, it's right there. You call this a cuckoo clock. It has a little bird that comes out on the hour, every hour. And cheese with holes in it, says Papa. And chocolate, says brother and sister. Says honey. See, lots of mountains. They have a telescope so they can look at the very top of the mountain. And look what I see over here. It's a billy goat. And this up here takes them way up high. The tram takes them way up high so they can ski down. See their skis on their feet? And ski down the mountain. Look over here, they're all eating. I bet they got some hot chocolate. In Venice, Italy, everyone travels by water, says Dr. Bear. You need a boat to cross the street, adds Papa. Wow, wouldn't that be different? You have to have a boat to cross the street? Look what they're looking at down in the water. Oh, it's a fish. And there's Italy. Italy is the country. Venice is the city. Russia is in the far cold north, says Dr. Bear. Its church domes are shaped like onions. I don't care for onions, says Sister. So see, here's the map with Russia. The capital of Russia is Moscow. And look, the castle of Basil right there. Look at it. See, they're kind of shaped like an onion. They're right. There's a lot of towers on that castle. Egypt is part of Africa, says Dr. Bear. So here's Egypt, city in Africa. It's the oldest country on earth. It's mostly desert, but the Nile River gives it water. Great buildings and statues of long ago stand here still. So see, there's the pyramids in Egypt. They're great giant statues. And look, you're riding on a camel. The camels do really well in the desert. Much of Africa is covered by forests and plains, says Dr. Bear. And over here he says, look, lion, says Brother. Roar, roar, says Honey. Hush, Honey, says Mom and Papa. So here's the map of Africa. It's a whole continent right there. And look, let's name the animals. There's the elephant and her baby. Elephants are they make very good families. Oh, and there's the giraffe. See that long neck? And there's her little giraffe. And we have the cheetah. The cheetah runs very fast. And we have the antelope. Look, they even have the horns going. Let's look over here. There's the zebra and her little zebra, baby zebra. And there's the rhino. You see his big tusk right here. And then over here are the sleeping lions. That's why Papa said, hush, honey, because they didn't want to wake them up. In India, we can see the sights from the back of an elephant, says Dr. Bear. But watch out for tigers. Growl, growl, says Honey. Shh, say brother and sister. See, right there, they are. Way up there's the Dr. Bear. He's in the front. Family's back here riding on the elephant. It's like a nice, friendly elephant, doesn't it? Right there's the tiger. See the map up here? It says India. It's a country. China has a long history, says Dr. Bear. And a long wall, says Brother. The Great Wall of China was built to keep enemies out, says Dr. Bear. It's wearing me out, says Sister. So here's the map of China. China's a country. Here's the Great Wall. They built it, goes for a long ways. They built it to divide the country. And look, they've been walking and walking and walking. It's wearing me out, says Sister. Australia has kangaroos, says Dr. Bear. They carry their babies in pouches. So does a koala. But it looks like a teddy bear. Oh, look, you see? Here's the map of Australia. It's a country in itself. Look, what's Mama have in her arms? She has a koala bear. And over here, what is that? Yeah, that's a kangaroo. She has a little pouch, has her baby in there. How many kangaroos do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4. We are near the South Pole, says Dr. Bear. Scientists and penguins live here, but little else. It is the coldest place on Earth. Brr, says Brother. I'll say. See, there's Antarctica on the map. Right there. There they are. How are they dressed? They have their swimsuits on? No, they're all dressed in fur and jackets and mittens and hats because Antarctica is the coldest place on Earth. And what do you see way back here in this building? I see the American flag. South Africa is much warmer, says Dr. Bear. Here, great rainforests are home to many animals. What animal is that? Asked Brother. It looks like a big beaver. It is like a big beaver. It's a capybara, says Dr. Bear. So right here, here's the jaguar. Here's what you see in the South Africa. Anaconda, look at that anaconda. Snake, it's twisted all around the limb. And there's his face. Down here is a caiman. Looks like an alligator to me, but that's what they call it. C-A-I-M-A-N. And there's that capybara right there. Does kind of look like a beaver, but doesn't have the big flat tail of a beaver. And there's a tapir right there. He kind of looks like a pig, doesn't he? And way down here, there's the map. South America. South America is warm. Now we'll visit Mexico, says Dr. Bear. Great cities were built here long ago. Look at that. Down here's Mexico. Up here in the yellow is the United States. Right here's Mexico in the green. And they're looking at all the different old cities that were built long ago. Oh, here they are in Canada. Canada is north of Bear Country, says Dr. Bear. It's the land of great natural beauty. Over half the lakes on Earth are here. Wow. There's Canada right there. See the map? Here's the United States in yellow. Canada is in green right here. And see the yellow up here? That's another part of the United States called Alaska. And look, it's all forest because over half the lakes on Earth are here. Wow, that's a lot of water. They're all standing there looking at that nice scenery. What do you see on the side here? Yep, that's a moose up in the sky, but that's an eagle. Our own country is the USA, says Dr. Bear, the United States of America. Alaska is way up north. Here we can join a dog sled race. Woof, woof, says Honey. So here we are. See the map. It's Alaska. That's a state in the country of the United States of America. Look, they're on the dog sled back here on the sled. Here's all the dogs pulling all of them. How many dogs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it takes 6 dogs to pull that sled that they're on. Hawaii is an island state, says Dr. Bear. Surfers ride huge waves along its shore. See, there's Hawaii. It's a state of the United States. It just happens to be islands out in the water. They have lots of water there. They dress in all colors, and they have lots of flowers there. Surfing on the big wave. A river dug out of the Grand Canyon over millions of years, says Dr. Bear. Look at that. It's the Grand Canyon. It's very, very deep. And down here is water. Let's see, right here, here's the map. United States of America. And right over here where the X is the Grand Canyon. Right there. The faces of presidents are carved on Mount Rushmore. Can you name them? Let's see. Here's Mount Rushmore. Here they are. There's 4 presidents. George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Teddy Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. So Mount Rushmore. It's in South Dakota. It's really something to see if you ever get there. The Statue of Liberty is in New York Harbor. She stands for freedom. Look at that. They kind of have their hands over their hearts. She has the torch of freedom. Look down here. United States of America, the flag. She stands for freedom. And that is Around the World with the Berenstain Bears. And for more information and resources, click on homeschoolforlife.org. Thank you.